right, folks. You asked for it. You got it. Toyota. This is a bowl mold. And what I'm going to do is flip it inside out. And the reason we're doing this is because we're going to paint the inside of it. Literally. Paint the inside of it. Let me back you up a little bit so you can see what's doing here a little bit better. Hey! Yay! Alright, so we have our antique wax again. And I have shaken it up thoroughly. And you can see my 1-inch chip brush that I think was from the Dollar Shrub or some place very similar there too. And what I'm going to do is just lightly brush, lightly, 2 hairs and some air. I'm going to get the bottom going in the same direction as the other. Get some more wax, tap it off. Get some darker lines. Okay, see what we're doing here? See? And you make it as heavy as you want it. If you don't want it that heavy, then don't do it. So I'm going to let that dry. If I can keep it upright, which I can. And the good thing about antique wax is it is very forgiving. It comes off very easily with water, alcohol, you know, because it's very easy to clean. If I could read the back here, I could show you where it says it is water-based, non-toxic. That does say indoor use only, even though it's got a big dribble through it. So, ta-da! And this stuff is literally, God, put your lips on, made for, you know, waxing wood. So it's, you know, good stuff. And it doesn't take too terribly long to dry if you put it in a thin enough layer. So it's not, it takes a few minutes probably. In this capacity, it'll probably take maybe 5-10 minutes. So that being said, look, I made a mess. I will be back with you here shortly, and we will go to next steps. See you soon. Alright, so I have mixed up 5-ish ounces of my Fooey Tim 1-to-1, and I am going to be adding some Alumilite White resin dye to it to get it 2, 3, 4 to get it to a mostly opaque color. Now, please understand that this is not supposed to be hyper realistic. Okay? This is techniques. This is just to show how things can be done. If you want it to look hyper realistic, please do. You know, spend as much time as you want to painting and perfecting and all of that good stuff to make it look as authentic, if you will, as you want. This is more about technique, just to show, you know, the different kinds of things that you can do and things like that. It's, you know, I'm not trying to fool anybody by saying, hey, look, this is wood. No. That's not how I am. So there's my Alumilite, and it is not stupid opaque, but it's pretty opaque. I can, you know, if I let it dribble off the stick enough, you'll be able to see the stick. But for the most part, it's pretty white. So that's what I'm going for. If you want to, I'm going for kind of a Birch, Aspen kind of look here. You know how it has the white bark with the brown highlights or lowlights, if you will. That's what I'm going for here. So, phone part. So I just want to make sure that I have my white really well mixed in so it's not streaky. And I think we're good. And this is dry. I can poke it, and I've already got stuff on my hands. That's old. Or from earlier when I painted this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this back right side out. Now, everybody's always like, you have to turn your molds inside out or right side out immediately. Otherwise, they'll jack it up. There is a little bit, it's silicone. You know, there is a little bit of forgiveness in it. You're not going to, you know, if you leave it turned the wrong way for hours and hours and hours and hours, yeah, it's going to mess it up. But just this simple, you know, short period of time, you're good. So don't freak out about it. Sorry about my mess on my hands. I'll wash everything later. I just wanted to make sure that I was done with all of the making of the mess before I clean up the mess. So here we go with our resin. And I'm going to pour just a little bit in and let it flow down to the bottom and get all those wiggly spots. And no, I'm not going to be sticking a tool down in there to get bubbles out because I don't want to mess with the antique wax. So I'm just going to go around and squish gently. Tap it. I can't remember exactly how much resin this thing takes, but it looks like I'm pretty spot on. So yeah, 5 ounces. Nifty. And this does have a lid that goes with it, but I'm not doing the lid, I'm just doing the pot. Okay. So there we go. It is filled up, and I'm going to give it another little squeezes. Some more squeezes and some more tappers. Just to encourage any bubbles up. from around the sides. And there is, of course, a lip here, so you can expect to have some bubbles try to get stuck in there, but, you know, hopefully not too many. So yeah, so I'm going to let that sit and do its thing, and I will see you guys for demold. See you soon. Looky what's done. So, now, if you wanted to, you could paint the bottom of this. I'm not gonna, because I have a light base that I want to try it on. So, we're just going to demold it. If I can find a chink in the armor here, there it is. Whoop. Just fold that up. And then roll it up like pantyhose. If you know, you know. Get our mold out. Look at that. So, and you can see that the wax has embedded itself into the resin. We got those details all around it. Yeah, I really like that a lot. And I like these little aberrations in the paint because, hey, nothing, like I always say, nothing is perfect, especially you. And trees in their imperfection are absolutely gorgeous. So, let's get this back a little bit. So here we go. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm getting ready for a thunderstorm to start here, so I'm going to go outside and sit on the porch and enjoy the rain. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope to see you again on the next one. Take care. Cheers.